Hi traders, this is Forex Nelson and I'm back again today with another 15 trades. Today's date is December the 16th and I'm using my brand new Pip Sniper trading system. Now as you can see down at the bottom here, I'll scroll down slowly. There was 3 losers, and keep in mind once I knew I had 200 or more pips and ticks, or in other words when I'm happy, I just use my close all script and right to the minute, almost to the second, with one click of the mouse, all the trades, everything that was in the trade terminal was shut down. So there's 15 trades, 12 winners, as I said, 3 losers, and they were very small losers. This is the way you have to trade if you ever want to find success at trading the markets. Scrolling down, and by the time we get to the bottom, you'll see that the futures, they move the most and pay the most. And I know that this is going to even be over 300 pips and ticks for today. Now, looking at this Pip Sniper, it uses momentum. This momentum indicator has a built-in alert. It'll say either cross up or cross down when it changes from blue to red or red to blue. And of course, I also installed my super signal indicator. That's the one with the arrows here. Now this one really helps to find the beginning of the up and down cycles within the market. Great for traders who love to scalp the markets on the 5-minute time frame. By the way, you can scalp also on the 15 minutes, and you could on the 1 minute, but I just find there's too much noise on the 1 minute time frame. Now every morning, 6 o'clock, right where this vertical line is, I'm in front of the computer looking at all the instruments. There's 19 that I look at every day, and on this day out of 19, I traded 15 of them. And now we can take a look at the daily trade plan. There was the odd 1 or 2 that I had to wait till things looked a little bit better on the charts before I pulled the trigger. But as you can see, and you can put the video on pause, check everything out, and then I can scroll down to the bottom. Again, same thing here. The ones at the bottom, they're all buys. The 4 that I love trading, these last 4, matter of fact, I like doing from the oil down. They are all movers, and they all pay a lot, move a lot. And if you're in this game to make money and pips and ticks, well, this is what I highly recommend that you should be trading. And it does a lot more than the pound pairs, just to let you know that. Okay, here we go. Now we can get into these trades. First one was the euro dollar. Now this one here, could have easily just kept going, but I had mixed signals, and if I was stayed in the trade up until about here somewhere, I would have made. Let's see, euro dollar, looking at the money, since it pays $10, each pip is $10, so this should be a negative 7. And at one point I was up 12, but this is where I closed it out. If I just hung around a little bit longer, this would have also produced a winner. There it is right there. That's 7. Remember, it's a negative 7 pips when we do the total at the end. That's a negative 7, so that's why you see negative $700. Moving on to the next trade, which is the Euro Aussie. It's another one I lost on. Euro Aussie. Let's see where I got in at. Now I was making money and pips here, all the way through here. But by the time I closed out, it went negative on me. And remember, with one click of the mouse, using my close all script, I closed out everything in one shot. And if you're watching this video, and if you want the close all script, I'll give it to you for free. All you got to do is send me an email, give me your name and first and last name and your email address, where you want me to send it to, and I'll give it to you for free. And I'll put you on my email list once a week. It's usually on the weekend. I send out an email with some trading tips, which will help your trading. So if you want that close all script, just send me an email. Here we go. Bought it here. By the time I close out, it was on the negative side. Looks like 6. That's 6 pips to the negative, and that's a negative $401. Moving on to the next trade, which is the pound New Zealand. Here we go. It's a negative trade, so let's see where I got in at. Now, I definitely was making pips down here, but hey, like I said, this big blue candle turned a winner into a loser, and it's struggling to break through this bottom. But that's okay, I'm not too worried about it. As long as the winners outperform your losers. And let's see, that's the pound New Zealand. Looks like that's a negative. Let's go with a negative 2. So that's a minus 2 pips. That's why you see a negative $191. Okay, moving on to the next trade, which is the pound Aussie. Now we can get into the winners. So, pound Aussie. Let's see where I got in at. Now, did qualify for a great way to trade. Momentum was blue, everything was good. And it could have easily just kept going up, 50 or 100 pips. But as you can see, struggling at the top or resistance, and again. So that's just the way trading goes. Let's see what I ended up with. Looks like 2 pips to the good, and I'm glad I'm out. And those 2 pips to the good paid out $133. Moving on to the next trade, which is the Euro New Zealand. This one I wanted to be buying. Okay, let's see where I got in at. And it could have just kept going, did a pullback, but it wouldn't go. And it's still not going, so it's doing a reversal, but that's okay. It still was a winner. Rather have a small winner than a big loser. And I'm glad I closed out. I'd be down 60 pips. But I'm happy to lock in about 8 pips here. And those 8 pips paid out $655. Okay, let's move on to the next trade. Here we go. Euro New Zealand. Now this one I wanted to be selling. There's the arrow. Did qualify for a great way to trade, as I teach within the training videos, according to the rules. Could have waited for a bit of a pullback, but I knew that it potentially could have gone back and hit this resistance and this goal line, and it could have easily just dropped 100 pips right from there. But anyhow, not a big deal. Took the trade at this cursor, and could have made about 50, but at this point, when I closed out, I was happy. Let's see with what I did get, 13 it looks like. So 13 pips times the money times the lots paid out $827. Okay, moving on to the next trade, which is gold. Now gold does pay $10 for each tick. Looking at the money, should be 8.9. So let's see where I got in at. And if I would have stayed in the trade, as you can clearly see, would have made a lot more. Let's see what it would have been. Over 100, but 8.9, so that's about 9. Well, there it is right there, 8.9. So I'm just going to round it up, make it 9. times the money times the 10 lots paid out $890. Okay, moving on to the next trade, the pound dollar. Now this one pays $10 on each pip. Looking at the money, well, this should be 9. So let's see where I got in at. Bought it. Went against me, and then could have made a little bit more, but I wasn't too worried about it, and I'm definitely glad I'm out of the trade. Remember, the market is very random, and you will have days like this, up and down, more or less in a sideways motion. And as I said, it should be 9, and there it is there. 9 pips times the money, $10, and then of course times the lot paid out, $900. Let's move on to the next trade, which is the pound Swiss. Here we go. Wanted to be buying it. And this one here looked like I got the timing pretty good for closing out the trade. Took the trade at this cursor, and I closed it out after it hit around here, just being happy with 18 pips. And those 18 pips paid out $1,933. Okay, let's scroll down so we can look at the balance of the trades. Next one is the pound yen, so let's go run a check on that. Another one that's kind of, just going up and down, and now it's testing the bottom down here. So let's see. Did a bit of a pullback, and then it went, looks like I closed this one out at the right time actually. And on this pound yen, ended up with 27 pips. And those 27 pips ended up paying out $1,967. Okay, moving on to the next trade. It's the pound CAD. Today the Forex, especially the pound pairs, did a lot of this, up and down and up and down. And of course, this is, if you're using the super signal indicator, this is great. See, the up cycle starts here, the down cycle starts here, the up cycle starts here, the down cycle starts here. So the super signal is great if you catch the beginning of the cycles. Sometimes I'm in the middle of the cycle, but I knew at this point it was going to bounce around here and go up with 95% certainty. Remember, there's no such thing as 100% certainty. You will have some losing trades. Took the trade at this cursor and I closed it out here, just being happy. Looks like with 36 pips, and those 36 pips times the money times the 10 lots paid out $2,705. Okay, moving on to the instruments that move the most and pay the most, starting with the S&P 500. Now this one pays $5 for each tick, and looking at the money, well, looks like should be 100 ticks. So let's see where I got in at, and it could have easily just kept going up here, bounced one more time, and then it continued up, and looks like this hammer could easily start to go up again. You can only trade between the daily trade plan and what the charts look like. That's all you can do. So what I say, it should be around 100. Let's see, what is this? The S&P 500. Yep, there it is there. Well, wait a second, not quite. That's about as close as I'm going to be able to show. But anyhow, you remove the last digit. It is exactly 100 ticks. Times the $5, times the lots paid out, $5,000. Okay, moving on to the next trade. The Dow pays exactly the same, $5 for each tick. So let's see where I got in at. Now this one here should be just slightly over 100. So I took the money, divided by 5, and the calculator says it's 112. So market did exactly the same thing before it shot up, and that's where I got out, as I was happy at that point. And it's supposed to be 112. Hey, I got that one right on. So it's 112 times the $5 times the lots, paid out $5,600. Okay, moving on to the next trade, which is the NASDAQ. This one pays $20 for each tick. See where I got in at. Could have easily just shot straight up, but it decided to do a slight pullback, and away it went. Okay, so I took the money and divided it by 20. Calculator says it's 37 point something. So let's see at least if I can get 37. There it is right there. You remove the last 2 digits, so it's 37 times the 20 times the lots, paid out $7,520. Okay, moving on to the last trade, which is the Russell. This one pays $10 for each tick. And of course, looking at the money, well, this should be 82. So this was your setup candle, same as this one back here. That's your trigger candle, another trigger candle, and another trigger candle. So you could have put in 1, 2, 3, 4 positions if you really wanted to. So let's see where I got in at. And I said it should be 82 on this one trade. There it is right there. You remove the last digit, so it's 82 times the $10 times the lots, paid out $8,200. So it's another great day of trading using my Pip Sniper trading system. So I just finished adding up all the pips and the ticks, and I knew it was going to be over 300. And today's total, well, came to 438 pips and ticks, and all of those pips and ticks ended up paying out $35,040. So if your system is not producing like my Pip Sniper, then I recommend you get your hands on it, and don't forget about the daily trade plan. Now, to get some more information, all you have to do is look right below this video, and you'll see 4 different packages. I do recommend you get your hands on all 4 of them. And but I do have a special. You can take any 2 you want, and I'll give you one of them for free. So on the right side here, we have the Pip Sniper system, and I do charge $250 for it. It comes with well over 3 gigabytes of training, and you'll get an exact copy of my system on your MT4 platform. Now, I'm not going to read everything here. Training videos are in this one and in another package I'll show you in a moment. You can put the video on pause at any point as I'm talking, and you can take your time and read everything. On the left side here, we have the Daily Trade Plan Expert Advisor with 3 videos focusing on the EA. Does come with 3 templates, and of course the Daily Trade Plan Expert Advisor. Now, as I mentioned, if you pick any 2, you can take any of the next 2, which I happen to be showing you the other 2. You can take one of them for free. It's the Easy Trader system with the Super Signal indicator. Again, this one has 3 videos focusing on the indicator. And of course, let's see, the one on the left side here, this is another one package that has a lot of training. It's got advanced trading tips, how I trade live, over 2 gigabytes, 20 training videos, between 20 and 30 minutes long each. I teach all the steps I go through as I'm trading, starting with the Daily Trade Plan Expert Advisor. So between this one, which has a lot of training videos, there's 20 of them, and this one over here, which has 22. Each video is about, let's see, about 30 minutes long each. So as I mentioned, you can put the video on pause, read everything, and after you're done reading everything, if you have any questions, simple, pick up the phone and call me. Here's my number. Now, if you live too far, simple again, just send me an email. Here's my email address. Don't forget there's an underscore. Now, I do prefer Skype. Made it easy for you. All you got to do is click on this link and we will have Skype connection, and through Skype screen sharing, I'll give you some tips and tricks and answer your questions. And keep in mind, I do all of that with no obligation to you. So it's time to wrap up this video. And of course, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So until the next trading day and video, want to wish you good luck with your trading. And, we're at the weekend now, so you have a great weekend. And don't forget to keep yourself and your family safe. Okay? Bye for now.